Okay, I have something really exciting to show you today, and I'm so happy to be a part of this. So give me a second and I'll show you. I'm on my way. In today's lengthy video, you're gonna get a big unboxing, a lot of sound demos, and checking out the functions by making a patch from scratch. Here we have not one, but two new synths from a brand that you probably never heard of, but I think that these synths are very exciting and interesting. So let's start by unboxing the keyboard version. So this here is definitely not a toy. It's actually heavy, well-built aluminium. And we have some large knobs, very nice to the touch. So here we have filter controls. Here's your module selected. You could say it's basically like a roadmap to your entire sound. You have shortcuts for the oscillator, the mixer, and so on. Very handy. And here are some master controls. And here we have the Arpeggiator, which seems to have some real cool functions. Tempo, ratchet, chance, gate, swing. Seems to be a lot of interesting control possibilities here for the Arpeggiator. And of course, as with any synth in 2019 and forward, you need to have CV because Eurorack is here to stay, I think. And this is really cool here. You have a ribbon controller and the keyboard. It feels like a keyboard. And on the back here, we have nothing spectacular. We have left and right, we have pedal, we have MIDI, and we have the power and USB. But this isn't all there is. There's also the module version. I think I need to do a course in how to open a box properly. Ooh, nice. This I like the form factor. Wow! Very nice. See, here we have it. This is what it looks like, and I think it's really beautiful. And on the back we have the same inputs and outputs. You have the same cool module select, but you have a more limited arpeggiator. You still have the CV outs. You have master controls here, so a little bit more limited in terms of hands-on control, but man, this form factor, it's beautiful. And you get some rails so you can rack mount it, and I probably shouldn't wave my knife around. And here you can see the substantial size difference between the module and the keyboard. So this here is my absolute first test. I haven't even turned it on. I don't even have a manual. So we're just diving right into it, and you're gonna explore it with me, experience it for the first time with me. And it turns on. So here's the first sound I'm playing on the HYDRASYNTH. Not too shabby. And as you can hear, we have some aftertouch going on there. Almost a Final Fantasy kind of vibe here. I think there's something going on with aftertouch as well. Beautiful. That's just one patch. Wow. I think that Novation and their Peak and the Summit has something to watch out for here. What's really cool here is that you have the 4 screens here for the master controls or macro controls. We also have two different filters here, at least, I think. Yeah, there's filter 1 and filter 2. So that's impressive, and you can access them here, filter 1, filter 2. And there's this really nice representation of the waveform here. And let's play with our Arpeggiator and use these macro controls over here. Not that this is my jam, but I promise I won't be jamming that much more. And this sound here is pretty sick. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And while this is a digital synth, I think there's some definite warmth to the sound. I'm sitting here at home in my little room here, and I'm playing on this beautiful new synth, and just reminded of how lucky I am to have this kind of job. Amazing. This is so lovely, these ambient soundscapes that you get from just kind of adding a lot of reverb here, tweaking the cutoff resonance. It's just quite impressive. Here's just a dry lead sound. Let's add some reverb, some chorus. And now we're getting into some presets by my buddy Ken. Can you hear how kind of brittle that sound is? Like there's so much going on there in the high end. Without being hard on the ear. So I'm gonna play you one last sound and then we're gonna explore and try and create a sound from scratch on this HYDRASYNTH. So next up, I want to take you through the process of creating a sound from scratch on this beautiful synthesizer. I haven't even looked at the manual. This is my first time making a sound, but because the synth is so intuitive and easy to use, I think the sound turned out pretty cool. That's my first sound. Now let me show you how I made it. So I think if we press initialize, now we have blank macros and we can play around with this. So I think that this module selecting is a great place to start. Let's see, oscillator 1. It never ends. So from what I know, it's a wavetable synthesizer. You have the 3 oscillators and then you can actually mutate them. So here we have Sano 2. And we have different modes for the 2 first oscillators, and the third one seems a little bit more simple. And let's check out Mutant. So let's see here. Wave stack. Almost like some kind of unison. So basically you can mutate oscillator number 1 and 2 with these different options here. So I like this wave stacking. So I'm going to envelope number 2, which seems to be affecting the amp. So let's add the second oscillator to go into mixer. That was pretty nice, but let's mutate it somehow. And you actually have a second mutator for each of the first 2 oscillators. That's really wild. So what happens if a wave stack? And let's add oscillator number 3. And from what I gathered, there's a bunch of different types of filters here. So if I just check here, pressed filter, you can see here, so we have a bunch of different filters here. Can I send telephone number 1 to the filter? Maybe we can use envelope number 1 here. Filter envelope 1 amount. So filter 1 seems to be, and don't quote me on this, but filter 1 seems to be having, different types of filters, and filter 2 is a morphable filter. not read the manual, so bear with me here. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I think at this point we do need to hear some of the is it pre-effects? Okay, pre-effects bypass. Okay, so we can have a chorus. Rotary. Phaser, that sounds cool. And we can do delay and we can do reverb. Let's start with a reverb here. Oh, we can do freeze reverb. So we of course have different types. We have hall, room, plate, cloud, so we have basic mono, basic stereo, we have pan delay, LRC delay, reverse, oh reverse. You guys can hear a very nice pan delay. Okay, so check this out. We have pre-effects, we have post-effects as well. Very nice. So here we could add an EQ, for example, compressor, and as well as tremolo and other things. I want to add a second mutator. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. What happens if I pitch it down 12 semi? I thought that was pretty cool. And I'm getting all excited about this roadmap here. It's so, yeah, it's so cool. It's so quick. So if I just want to add something to filter, press filter. I want to set, you know, I want to do key tracking, make it respond to velocity, send LFO to it, the envelope, for example. And I'm really excited about the whole pre-effects, post-effects thing on the synth itself, because without this post-effects thing here, my sound was kind of lacking in the low end. So now I just added an EQ, low boosting, you know, added a lot of lows. So macros here seem pretty straightforward. Hit macro assign. So this is very handy. Press here to select the destination, press here to add the depth of that modulation. And for each of the macros, it seems that you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can have 8 destinations, and you can name it, of course, as well. That's cool. That's cool. I'd like to affect the resonance somehow. So I think I'm going to mod matrix. Okay. Assign. Let's see here. I need LFO number 2. And now the question is, oh yeah, okay. So I pick LFO number 2, press down here, and I want to send it to filter 1. Resonance. Wow, this is super intuitive. I go into LFO number 1 here. Oh, nice. Here we have very nice representations as well of the waves here. So let's. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's use the same LFO here. Assign it to reverb time. Oh, so this is so cool. Like, there's so much going on with this synth here. So we have LFO number 4 affecting the waveform of oscillator number 2. Okay, this is starting to sound really sweet. And it's worth mentioning that you can put the filters in series or in parallel. And on the first filter there's also this drive parameter. So this was my first day with the HYDRASYNTH. I think it's a really cool synthesizer, and thank you for being here and exploring it with me. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up, and if you want to support me making more videos exploring music tech, exploring synths, be sure to go to patreon.com/BoBeats. Thank you all for being here. Have a great day.